And we are live for another episode of the Golden Ticket Show, 20 minutes later than normal. My name's Gotham. I'm here with Fast Breaks, Heels 0809, the artist formerly known as Kevin, and the Don Corleone Jones himself. Fellas, it is Final Four weekend. How are we feeling?
Good, man. It's depressing because I'm a big college sports guy. So, I mean, now that basketball is going to be done here soon, I still got some baseball to hang my hat on every once in a while.
We got the Frozen Four, man.
You got the Flow Sports subscription ready to go. Watch those bad college broadcasts.
Yeah.
And boom goes the dynamite.
But yeah, man, I'll hang my head with some MLB, obviously, also. But college sports is winding down here, so gotta wait until August really before it pumps back up again.
Yeah. Shout out to the college student sports announcer who made a Bonnie Blue reference in their lacrosse game the other day and got immediately fired on air.
Oh my god!
I've just been informed that I have been fired for my comment about Bonnie Blue and all of.
And there's a deep drive to left field by Castellanos.
Listen, I wish I was more involved because I would have 100% bet Nick Castellanos home run at that specific moment. And back at the track, the wall, and he's gone. Nick Castellanos again. Hitting home runs like Bonnie Blue hits guys.
I gotta find the video and I'm gonna send it to you guys. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because this co-announcer was just like, "Wow, you're the only person I would know who would make a Bonnie Blue reference at a Division II lacrosse game." So let's get into it. The first game. You guys want to go over the non-Final Four games, the Boise State, Nebraska, UFC Villanova game at all, or no?
I ain't got no stake in it. I haven't been watching like that,
bro.
I don't even talk about the Crown. I would rather talk about the women's Final Four than talking about the Crown right now.
No, I don't want to talk about that, man. Just my Lady Longhorns just came up short.
Yeah.
God, it was a horrible third quarter. We only scored 9 points in the third quarter.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? You played South Carolina. They're one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I love UCLA to cover the number, but I love when UConn to win that game.
Yeah.
And then I love UConn on Sunday if they play South Carolina.
Yeah, I do too. I think UConn wins it all.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Didn't South Carolina smoke them during the season?
Listen, Kev, you don't know where I'm at in ESPN Tournament Challenge in the women's bracket.
When he top 10?
First
top 10?
He's one of 6.
I'm in the top million in the country. just so you know. Let's see. So my original national championship was UConn and TCU, which was definitely a misclick because I wanted South Carolina. But I had 3 out of the Final 4 right. I had the entire Elite 8 right. I had 14 out of the 16 Sweet 16s. And in the Sweet 16, I lost the other 2 by a combined 4 points. I had one wrong in the round of 32. Sorry, 2 wrong. Oh, no, 2 wrong in the round of 64. And then I had 2 wrong in the round of 32.
And Steve, UConn beat South Carolina by almost 30 in the regular season.
Yo, you got to think Paige Becker
was how much you know.
Another natty before.
So it was the other way around. I had it backwards.
Yeah. So there could be some revenge factor if that is the matchup, right? But
I just don't think Steve knows ball. I mean, that's just.
Are we back to #Fade Steve?
Listen, man. I got the glasses on. I'm gonna tell you guys how to break down the 2-3 zone real fast. Okay. Number one, all movement is king.
The rule of this show is you don't pull the glasses out until I start talking about expected ERA.
The The wind is going in this degree Celsius, so you need to
Listen,
make sure
I'm
you're getting it.
18-5 in my last 23 plays. Thank you very much.
All right, well,
So,
why don't you share with the boys?
Sharing those.
Hide it away.
You just said if every time I put it in the group chat,
Nope. That was strictly home runs because you haven't hit a home run thing all year, and the one day you don't put it in the chat, you hit it. So I don't want to hear it. First of all,
he's a two-legger.
Second of all, if you're 18 or whatever, in your last 18-5 in your last 23, and you haven't sent anything besides home run parlays in the fucking
I put my whole card in there today. I put my whole card in there.
You think I had time to look at that shit, bro? I had to prepare. I had baseball today. I had to fucking make sure that fucking Timmy's hat wasn't tilted to the side this way. Like we're all fucked up here, man.
Let's talk some hoops. So first game we got is Auburn in Florida. Florida favored by 2.5. It looks like all the money and the bets are on the same side here. 59% of the bets is on Florida to win, 61% of the money, and 71% of the money is on Florida to cover. Steve, we'll start with you. What's your favorite play for this?
Yeah, I'm taking the Auburn plus 2.5. Listen, it
square. Excuse me, sorry.
Square. You just said the money was all on the other side, man.
Something in my throat. Sorry. I had something in my throat. My fault. My fault.
All right,
won't happen again. Sorry.
Need some water. Need some minus 196.
Ooh, I didn't have time to stop today. That's the issue.
But yeah, I like Auburn in this spot. I mean, Walter Clayton is on a crazy ass run. I mean, he dropped 30 against Texas Tech the other night. Alex Magnum Condon is out there just averaging 7.7 rebounds a game. He had 10 last game. I actually like his rebound props for this game. Last time they played, he did have 10 rebounds. So something else I'm looking at. But yeah, I'm on Auburn. A lot of people are probably looking at Broome and thinking the injury is going to be a big deal. He did come back in. He's also had time to rest. So it's going to come down to which of these two coaches are going to be able to make the best in-game adjustments. And out of the two of them, I'm going with Bruce. So give me Auburn plus 2.5 and the money line.
Don, I guess you're opposite of Steve here.
I'm opposite for a couple of reasons here. I think so. I tried to make comparisons back on the last time that all 4 1 seeds made it to the Final Four, which was in 2008, obviously with the Kansas Jayhawks beating my North Carolina Tar Heels in the Final Four, who was the number 1 overall seed. So it makes me really like Florida in this matchup just because I think they match up really well with them. I just think Auburn hasn't played well in the tournament. They've just grinded through a lot. I think they've played teams who have literally, like Michigan and Michigan State, were the epitome of if they're hot, they're hard to beat. But if they're cold, they're going to shoot themselves out of games. That's exactly what they did. They shot themselves out of the games. I don't even think Auburn played that well. Even against Creighton, I didn't think Auburn played well. So I think Florida, Todd Golden and company, they're like, boom, boom, boom. They want to punch you in the mouth. Walter Clayton's on a generational run right now. And I think that I just think they're too much. And I think the biggest thing that, for me, so the last time Auburn made the Final Four was a couple of years ago, if you remember.
Lost to you, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They lost to Texas Tech. Oh, no, sorry. They lost to UVA. Correct. They lost to UVA. And just the controversy. I think there's going to be something like that, again, happening here. So I don't know. There's something here that just it's been like this with me all year on Auburn. I'm just not sold on them. I can't flip my script now, especially because I have Florida national title future as well. But I will say this before we dive more into it. 2 things. One, I was this close. Do you guys remember about a month ago when I was talking about how good Texas Tech was and how they could make the Final Four and it was at plus 700?
Mm-hmm.
Like I legit took that, and I was teetering back and forth. It's like, ooh, this is great, this is great, this is great. Like we're right there, and it didn't happen. So I'm sad to see that. And also, I want to come out and say it. I think I need the Don and Steve side by side because I have to publicly apologize.
Oh,
I have to publicly apologize. So, last week on this show, I told you that Tennessee would get the doors blown off of them by Kentucky. Kentucky went on to play probably the worst game that I've seen them play all year, imaginable. So I want to say that I'm sorry, and I'm sorry because you believed in a team that got spanked around by Houston the way that they did, and it wasn't even funny. It wasn't even fair. Like Kentucky would have at least made it a game. I'm sorry to the viewers of college basketball that watched that Houston Tennessee game and watched Tennessee get smacked around start to finish.
I accept your apology.
Oh fuck God! Tennessee's bullshit.
I accept your apology. You went wham! There goes the backhand out of nowhere.
You fucking kidding me? Fucking kidding me? It was 0-2 count. You're expecting fucking little high fastball. I dug a little slider.
He shook your hand and backhanded you with that.
Right.
I'm just sorry for the basketball community. We saw probably one of the worst Elite 8 games in the last 15 years because fucking Tennessee just had to shoot the lights out against fucking Kentucky.
Bro, it felt so good. Felt so good.
Kev, what's your play for this game?
So this one's been tough for me, more so than the Duke Houston, because to what Steve was saying, Walter Clayton's been having an outstanding tournament. I mean, he's been putting them on their back. My worry with Florida is if they get down again, because they got down to UConn, they got down to Texas Tech, they got down. Who did they play before Texas Tech? No, I can't remember. But they've been down like 3 straight games. If you get down to Auburn, are you really going to be able to fight your way back against Auburn and some of their guards?
Michigan State almost did at one point, and they stink compared to fucking Florida.
Yeah, I that's the only thing that worries me. Also, I don't like Golden as an in-game coach. I think he can game plan beforehand. I don't think he does a good job of making adjustments during the game, which is why Walter Clayton's had to put him on their back and have just an outstanding tournament. So I'm on Auburn currently. Broom's been playing hurt basically all year. I know we don't really know much about this elbow injury, but I don't think it'll affect him. He's been, like I say, he's been playing hurt all year. Kelly has been shooting lights out for him, and if that continues, I think it's lights out for Florida. He's made like 47 threes in these 6 games. He's averaging like 3 a game. He's shooting a pretty good percentage. Denver Jones has been playing pretty good defense. I think he can potentially lock up Richard a little bit. And then Pettiford off the bench for them has been playing well as well. So I'm going with the better coach and in-game adjustments. I think Broom will still get his. Yeah, he probably doesn't get 20, but maybe he still gets 16 and 11 boards, 4 assists, still has an impact on the game. And I'm counting on Kelly to step up for them as well. So
I just don't think that he's going to do well against Florida size.
He didn't have a great game in the first match. I mean, he almost had a triple-double, so I guess maybe great. But he didn't have a lot of points. He only had like 17 or 18 points. And I think another aspect of that game that's important for Auburn, they lost that game in the jungle because Florida shot lights out in the first half.
Yeah, they made 13 threes in that game, man.
Yeah, they shot lights out in the first half, got up 10. I think it's also key important for Auburn to, if they win the rebounding matchup, which I think they can do, because in that game it was tied 40-40. If they can win it in this Final Four matchup, I think Auburn can win this game. The line shocked me a little bit, which is why I'm still haven't bet it yet, because I honestly thought Florida might have been favored just by the way they've been playing. And Walter Clayton, in my opinion, has clearly been the best player in the tournament so far. I was a little surprised the line wasn't like 4 So that has me a little nervous, but I think I'm still on Auburn here.
See, the way my eyes work, them not being 4-point favorites makes the people go think, oh, why is Auburn so low here? Why is Auburn getting points if they're the better team per se? I just in my right mind, I can't root for a team that has 23, 24, and 25-year-olds fucking playing for them right now in the college basketball level, dude. I can't root for fucking Chad Baker Mazara, dude. He's like fucking 2 years away from AARP at this rate, dude. It's fucking crazy. And also his face. I can't stand his face.
You know what I can't wait for, Don, is next year when Hunter Dickinson's still in college basketball.
Dude, it is gonna be so bad. He makes what Perry Ellis did look like nothing. Look like nothing. The fact that Hunter Dickinson's gonna get paid another $1 million to play college basketball next year is fucking a travesty.
I'm just happy we didn't go after him and we ended up getting that kid from Arizona. So
listen. I already have thoughts on the team. I think we're gonna be much better next year. Now that we don't have fucking turnover McGee, Elliot Cadeau anymore. Whoa.
So
what
for me in this game, I didn't want to pick a side for it, mainly because my biggest future right now is on Florida to win it all. Just because I got a free, like it was for each win they get in the tournament, you get a $10 bonus bet. So I made my money back already.
Yep.
But a $20 to $140 payday, it wouldn't look too bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
Shout out ESPN for not knowing how boosts and bonus bets work. Because if they win, you also get a share of $2 million in bonus bets.
That's pretty good.
So they're just giving away money.
I'll expect my cut.
I took the first half money line for Florida.
Okay. I
really do like Florida in this matchup. But for me, the big thing that worries me is, kind of like when you mentioned, like Don, almost every guy that they play is a senior or someone who should already be out of college. This is kind of all of theirs last ride. If they go down at halftime, they're gonna be putting in some kind of like last ditch effort, put all their energy into it. I think Florida's just gonna come out attacking. And like you said, Kev, he's not a good coach in the moment. I think their game plan is going to come out strong, try to take over, and then try to maintain. So I'm looking at the money line for the first half. I got it minus 140. Anything under minus 150, I take it.
Yeah. Question for the group from me. I already bet this, but the more and more I think about it, I'm getting worried about it. I took the over in that first game because I feel like Auburn can play up to the pace of Florida, but they're playing in a bigger arena. The floor is going to be that elevated floor. Generally speaking, in these bigger arenas, it tends to go under. So now I'm wondering if I just wasted money or were you guys?
I think with if it was like looking at it and how it's in like close to 160 makes me nervous because I don't think both teams are going to score 80 points. I think there's a chance that like this is a legit rock fight. Like this is like a 66-60 type of game. Like I think it's going to be low scoring and like they're going to need to make defenses in which in that case you would think, oh, that should favor Auburn, right? I just don't think so. I think Florida can hit the shots. I think the first half is going to be rough. I think the first half is going to be rough. And then second half you'll start to see it fucking pan out a little bit, but I think that first half is going to be rough. So I would lean under.
Not to also mention, they're playing in the Alamo Dome.
Right.
When the Warriors and Spurs played a game there last year, they talked about how because it's so much deeper than a normal basketball arena in terms of how far back the seats go, their depth perception's off. Because
first half under might be a play because they're getting used to.
Because I remember too when they did a tournament there a couple years ago, right? Or one of the and that I remember that first half, like they struggled because you're used to you can see the front row and then you could see the nosebleeds. I mean, people in the nosebleeds could barely see the court with binoculars there. So I mean, I'm looking at. I'm actually looking at that right now. First half total, 63.5.
I was just saying because like in the matchup in the jungle, I think it was 87-71, which obviously isn't 160, but it's close.
No, it was 90. It was 90 to 81.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they won by like 15 or 16.
No, Florida scored 90 that game though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the more I look at it, when we look at that matchup, Florida got out 10 in the first half. They're shooting the ball really, really well. I don't know. And I think the last time they played in the Final Four was in San Antonio, we saw it was Michigan and Loyola, Chicago, and it was a low scoring game. But then Kansas and Villanova was 95-79. I just don't think that there's that many NBA talented guys on either side that can be able to produce such a high level. Like when you look at Villanova and Kansas, right? For that Kansas team, you had like Mavalik has played in the NBA, Devontae Graham has played in the NBA, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, DiVincenzo, Eric Pascal had a little bit. Like they had guys that played in the NBA. So, like he said, I think that the perception is going to be off a little bit for these kids. I know that they've been practicing and stuff, but like you can only do so much with that. So I would lean under here.
Yeah.
I'll root for the over for you because I hope you don't waste money.
Yeah, I didn't wager that much, but like my initial thought, just because of how the first game went and how Florida likes to run up and down, and Auburn kind of adjusts to who they play with. But
who do you think is going to be the player off the bench who steps up for both teams?
Well, I mean, for Auburn, it has to be Pettiford. Pettiford has to continue to do that for them. If he can do that, then they're in a great spot. For Florida,
is it Thomas? Thomas
is a hog or what?
I think it needs to be Aberdeen. If Aberdeen can have a good game for them off the bench, that's when they're good. Is when Aberdeen's locked in and going and the flow is going for them. I think they're tough to beat. I don't see a world where Auburn beats this team. I just think like Janai Broom has played, let's see, a Michigan State team that had fucking terrible bigs against Michigan. What was his stat line against Michigan?
Against Michigan, I'll pull it up real quick.
22-16. I mean, fucking Golden and fucking Elliot Wolf are a little soft bitches too, so I can't really say anything about them. But like, if you look at like how he had to play against like Kalkbrenner, he went 8 of 12. He had 8 points, 12 rebounds. He was 4-13 from the field. It's just, I don't know. I just the way that this team is just it makes no sense to me. I don't get them. I just don't. But we'll see what happens. I'm pulling for Florida.
Golden's playing against one of his old coaches. Yeah, his mentor.
Well, if you think about it, when Pearl first took the job, Golden was like a coordinator or something for them. Like there's history here.
Yeah,
you know I mean?
It's gonna be it's a tough game. It's a tough game. That's why I think it's 2.5. It is gonna come down to a last possession.
Speaking of tough games, the next one.
Yeah. So looking at the numbers, Duke favored by 5.5. 77% of the bets are on Duke to win. 71% of the money is on Duke to win. There is a 3% edge in terms of the amount of money being bet on the spread. So 67% of the bets are on Duke to cover. 70% of the money is on them to cover. 78% of the money is on the over in this game. Kev, we'll start with you. We'll go back around the other way. What's your read on this game?
Yeah, so as much as it pains me, Steve and I talked about this on our show yesterday. I'm on Duke. The one thing, at least that I'm hoping for, even though I'm on Duke, is I'm hoping that pressure defense that Houston likes to run, particularly in the half court where they get some of those traps going, that causes some issues. because Duke doesn't have that, typical point guard. They kind of run it by committee with Proctor and Khan and Cooper sometimes as the point forward, and then Sion James when he's in. When I look at Duke's size, their ability to score from anywhere, like when Cooper has a bad game, Khan put up 25, right? When Khan and Tyrese didn't play that well, Cooper put up 30. And Malawach has been playing better and better as the year goes on. And even in the tournament, game by better. And I just think their size, the way it caused trouble with Alabama, I think it's going to cause trouble again with Houston. Tyrese is 6'6", Khan is 6'6", Sion's 6'6", Cooper's 6'9". The tallest guy that Houston plays like regularly is, I believe, Roberts, who's only 6'8". And if he gets in foul trouble because he's guarding Cooper sometimes, then he's guarding Malawach or Malika, however you pronounce his name, sorry.
Malich.
If he gets in foul trouble and now he's out and you're playing more guard heavy than they already do, you dump it in low to Cooper, who's all of a sudden not being guarded by somebody who's 6'4", and he just pulls a simple fadeaway. Or you dump it into Malawach and he dunks over the guy. Personally, I think Duke wins by 10. I don't think this is going to be that close of a game. I kind of like the over, just because both these teams average. Like, I think Houston averages around 70 in the season. Duke averages somewhere high 70s, low 80s. So technically speaking, if you take the two averages, that's 150, and the line's sitting at 133 or something like that. So I'm looking at the over as well for this one, but I am nervous about that. But the one thing I'm not nervous about, unfortunately, is I think Duke wins and wins easily.
Don
doesn't like it.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Two reasons. One, I don't understand how you could ever say the words "I'm picking Duke" to ever come out of your mouth as a Tar Heels fan. That's fucking disgusting, nonetheless. And secondly, I don't understand how you don't trust a team that's lost once since Feast Week. Once, and have played in a much better conference. I think they've played tougher opponents. And the last time, and honestly, if you think about it, they have what, 4 losses on the season? One of them's in regulation. They lost one game in regulation and is to another Final Four team in Auburn. That has been Houston's season so far.
Yeah, I get that, but
and I'm gonna. I already know what you're gonna say. But you saw Auburn's sides. You saw how it gave them a little bit of trouble. Like, I don't give a fuck. They're playing a home game basically in fucking Texas. You don't think that place is gonna be filled with some Houston Cougars fans?
But you know Duke travels well, and also the teams that Auburn lost. The teams that Houston lost to, Duke beat. They lost to Auburn, Duke beat them. They lost to Bama, Duke beat them by 20.
But they lost to Bama at the beginning of the year. It was at Alabama.
And they've only lost once since Feast Week 2 to Clemson. So they're, I know everybody's saying, Houston's only lost one out of their last 31 games, but that's Duke's doing the same thing.
Yeah, but Duke's playing
and they've been more impressive in the tournament.
Duke's playing against fucking
it's
Boston
hard for
College of the world and fucking
that's
Virginia Tech and UVA.
It was a lot easier. You're correct. I can't disagree with that at all.
Since Beast Week, Duke has only played 4 teams that made the tournament.
Thank you. You're
I get that, but isn't the SEC supposed to be the best conference? And what did they do to Alabama?
Listen, I
think this game will be closer than that game because I think Houston's a better team than Alabama. But
I just think Houston's been more battle tested. They've dealt with more adversity in the tournament. Duke hasn't had a close game in this tournament. Arizona was their closest game. They're not good. This is Kentucky versus Wisconsin in 2015. This is UCLA having fucking Russell Westbrook and Kevin Love going up against Derrick Rose in Memphis. Like, this Houston team has been written off, and this Houston team would have made the Final Four last year if fucking what's-his-face doesn't get hurt in this fucking game against Duke. Like, Kelvin Sampson is ready for this game. I know it's a completely different Duke team, but Sampson is ready for this game. He wants to prove that John Shire's a bad coach, which we all know that he is. He wants to show that this team is tough, they're gritty, and they're gonna get the job done. I'm taking the 5.5. I'm taking the money line. Duke is not winning this game.
Strong words from Don, man. Strong words from Don. Don, unfortunately, man, Houston's not winning this game. The size is gonna get to him, and this is gonna be the game MVP. It's not gonna be Cooper Flag. It's gonna be Khan Knipple, and he's gonna be able to distribute the ball. What scares me about Houston is the scoring droughts. That worries me. That when they go on these spots where they cannot score and their defense is getting them there, like this is gonna be the toughest defense Duke plays against. The toughest defense they play against, but they don't have the size. We don't know how the refs are going to call the game. They let them play. It's going to be close. You know, they'll cover that 5.5 if the refs let them play and let them bang with Cooper. If they give Duke the Duke calls, Kev is going to be more on Kev's side where they do kind of run away with this and do win by 10. I think the size gets to him, man. I mean, it's not. I already bet this game when it was 4.5 for Duke. 5.5. I'm kind of. I was hoping. Listen, I put it this way: if it got to 6.5, I definitely would have played Houston. Houston would have been the play automatically with 6.5.
You guys are just being naive.
I don't have a play in this game because my model was kind of all over the place. I ran it like 3 different times. But I do like I kind of like the under in this game. My thought is that, or at least maybe like the first half under, I think Houston's going to try to make Duke play their game. And the only way I can see the over hit is the second half starts and Duke just keeps pushing the pace. Again, we have the perception factor, but also, if you look at Houston's games since the Sweet 16, they haven't scored 70. So the only way you got to keep up with this Duke team is you either got to stop them on offense, you got to try to keep up with their scoring. So I think they're gonna try to go back to the take all 30 seconds on the shot clock and try to shut them down and force them to take all 30 seconds.
Houston is the 9th team ever to play a Final Four game in the home state. The 9th team ever. Previous teams are 7-1 straight up. How do you not take the home team here? I don't get why. I get it. Cooper Flag is the best player to come out of college basketball in years, but none of these guys that have been the best player besides Anthony Davis in 2012, which he had a plethora of fucking talent around him. I think like Knupel and Malik and company are great, but it's not the level that like Anthony Davis had, in my opinion.
What about that Syracuse team with Carmelo?
Well, Carmelo was his own little animal there. All right, it's a different story for a different day.
Yeah.
No, Don, listen, like you're making valid points. You're not in a spot where you can say like you're not approaching it the wrong way. They're playing in San Antonio. They're playing in their home state. And yes, it leans that way. It's just like I said, I think the size is going to give them problems, man. Like, and Duke has shown like if they're going to play in a rock fight with Duke can handle a rock fight. They're not going to like fold because they get punched in the mouth from Houston.
I'll take the better coach in this matchup every single time.
Is Tennessee a better defensive team than Duke? Or is this Houston's toughest defensive matchup too?
This is Houston's toughest defensive matchup. Duke's a top 5 defense. via KenPom. They're number 5.
Via playing the Perkins School of Blind in the ACC. Yeah, my team would be up that high too.
Listen, man, I get it, man. If you had me to like, if Oklahoma was sitting in the Final Four, I would hate on them too, man.
Let's move on. It's fine.
My last little thing is if Duke beats Houston by 11 plus, and then they go on and win the national championship by I think 8 or 9, they will have had the highest margin average of victory of any team ever.
And I'm happy for them, but they have a John Shire problem. It's coming. It hasn't happened all year. It's coming. It is coming.
I mean, I will give you the edge there. Calvin Sampson is 100% the best coach in this matchup.
Correct. 100%.
No. And again, I can see Houston causing issues in the half-court defense with that pressure because with Duke's size, I think they're just going to see over top of it, get to the open guy, look, and the open guy's going to hit that shot. We're not going to talk each other out of either way. I can tell.
That's what I'm saying. Just move on. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. When Houston's playing in the national championship game on Monday, I'm just gonna say I told you so. Plain
so okay, so Don, so your matchup would be Houston, Florida, right?
Yep.
So who do you have winning that?
Florida.
Florida.
Why? Why would you have Florida win the game?
Walter Clayton's the best player on the floor. It's just that it's Kemba-esque type tournament feel.
But we agree that Florida's coach can't make great in-game adjustments against Kelvin Sampson.
I would trust him over John Shire 10 times out of 10.
Okay.
John Shire's not a good coach.
I'm not arguing on behalf of Shires here.
He's been blessed with all of the talent coming to this team. He has been blessed with.
Yeah.
And they're not going to win a national championship because of him. People need to start to realize that. Yes, they've gotten to the Final Four. Yes, they've had the easiest fucking draw out of any one seed I've seen in a very long time. It's okay.
So, Kev, your matchup is what? Duke and Auburn?
Yeah.
So, and do you have Duke taking it?
I do.
How do you call yourself a Tar Heels fan, man? Come on.
Steve, what do you got? What's your finals matchup?
Oh, I put a future on Duke back in the summer of last year when they were plus 1,000 to win a national championship. So I'm sticking with the Blue Devils, man.
Well, how much money was it for?
Well, I just put 10 on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna Venmo you $10 after Houston beats them on Saturday.
And I have Florida beating Duke
as my
matchup from my March.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why are we still fucking talking about this? Nothing's gonna change. It's just listen. I'll be the first to admit Cooper Flag is fucking great.
We're not trying to change your mind about if Cooper Flag is great. We get, and we're not even gonna argue that. Out of all 4 coaches that are left in this tournament, that Shires is the top half of that. He is the bottom 4 of the 4 coaches. We get that.
You just tried to make a comparison about Todd Golden and him.
I think he's better than Golden, but
no, I did between him and Sampson. I said
you put Todd Golden and Duke and Shire with Florida. Florida's not even a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I read you guys before we move on to MLB? Can I read you guys some like trends and little analytic stuff? It's similar like what Don always finds.
Yeah.
Teams that were favored by less than 10 points in their previous game and are now favorites in their current game are 35-5 and 27-14 against the spread. That is Florida over Auburn. Favorites of minus 130 or more who won their last game by more than 10 points are 20-0 and 14-6 against the spread over the last 10 years in the tournament. That has Duke beating Houston.
Well,
and then he has when Florida plays Duke in the championship.
Oh, that turned out the window. Fuck it.
Favorites in the championship who have a spread of -4 or more in their previous game have a record of 11-2. So if it's Duke, Florida, they're saying Duke.
Well, it's not gonna be Duke, Florida, so I don't need to worry about that goddamn trend. All right.
So, all right, let's move on to some baseball talk. We're a week and a half in the season. You guys have any futures you feel real confident in? Some that you feel nervous about after the first week?
Yeah, Burger home runs. Fucking hit for fuck's sake. Just get a hit. I don't even want a home run right now. Get a hit. Just get the bat swinging.
I'll tell you what I'm not feeling great about. Mainly because I was able to get my money back, but Garrett Cole to win AL Cy Young wasn't great. I don't feel confident in. I'm feeling less confident in the Nationals winning 71 games now.
Yeah.
They got to hit too. They just can't hit.
Their bullpen's just so atrocious.
Cruz doesn't have a hit. Jacob Young, I think, has 2 hits. Like they just can't hit. And their bullpen,
feels like they're
terrible.
It feels like they're just all trying to if I swing hard enough and make contact, it'll go over the fence, and they're not just actually trying to hit the ball.
Right.
That being said, betting the Diamondbacks today, I did get nervous seeing 2 home runs in the first inning, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I remembered, "Oh wait, this is the Nationals bullpen we're talking about."
Right.
For me, I'm feeling great about my Christian Campbell, Rookie of the Year future.
As you showed, what a steal by the Red Sox again. Listen. I hate going to Fenway Park. I'm in attendance on Sunday night.
And I'm feeling a little bit nervous about my what was it? Arizona to finish in exactly second place. If San Diego can keep this up, that'll really worry me.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a fun division to watch just to see who finishes in second place.
Dude, Sunday Night Baseball. Miles Mikolas and Sean Newcomb. What a fucking sight I get to see.
The guy with the pedo stash and the guy who said slurs and got kicked off the Braves.
I wish
great.
I wish they would just skip him and go to Crochet.
Dude, I saw who was it? The guy that pitched before Newcomb when they played Texas in Game 3.
Oh, you mean Dick Fitz? What a fucking name, by the way.
I was like, who the fuck is this?
Dick Fitz, baby.
I gotta bet on him now just because of the name.
All in. Richard Fitz, aka Dick.
Gotta get that jersey.
Big Dick.
So let's go do a preview for him and Rusty Cox.
We got Dick Fitz for trading Alex Verdugo to the Yankees. What a fucking steal by us. Dude, his picture, when you look on MLB.com, is him going like this. It's fucking hysterical.
So let's go ahead and kind of do a preview for tomorrow's games. First game on the slate is White Sox Tigers. Davis Martin versus Reese Olson. Is this even where? I mean, the money line's at -215. Detroit's plus money right now for -1.5. Over under sitting at 7.5. Is there anything you guys like on this game from first look?
Oh, well, actually, I need to double check my record because it's been fucking wonderful so far this month. And Steve and I's little competition that we had. I love the White Sox plus 1.5 here. I think this is like the White Sox are due for like a game where the bats are going, the bats are flowing. Reese Olson's the perfect guy for them to face.
Kev, anything on this? No, not really. I mean, I want Reese Olson to have a better pitching night, but than he did his first time out. But I don't have. No bets. I have no bets on this game.
Steve, I'm gonna be honest. This might be my money line tomorrow.
White Sox tomorrow.
White Sox.
My money line might be White Sox tomorrow.
Plus 185.
Make sure I don't have first five Detroit. Guys, actually, I would look at first five Detroit maybe. I'm not mad at the White Sox money line full game.
I think for me, if I'm looking at anything, I might look at. I'm not in this game. I'm not going to have anything official until probably like at noon tomorrow. But I think I'm looking at possibly taking the under. Cold day with wind blowing directly to center field. I think it might be a good spot where we could see both offenses kind of look how the White Sox look today, where they just couldn't hit anything. Everything you hit just dies in the air. But it's so hard for me still to find an angle on the White Sox because it's like when you think they're doing good, their bullpen gives up 8 runs and like 4 home runs in less than 3 batters. And then the day you fade them is the day they look like they're a playoff contending team. But that being said, yeah, this is a stay away from me. The fact that the over at 7.5 is plus 100 right now, with most of the money on the over, kind of makes me think the under is definitely in play. So I'm gonna wait and kind of watch that for tomorrow. See if I can see if there's any props available.
Yeah, only Benintendi and Luis Robert have a hit against Olsen. The rest of the team does not have a hit. Some of them haven't faced him, but
Olsen's earned run prop line is at 1.5 right now, and his Ks are at 5.5.
Love the over on the run line, under on the Ks.
Yeah, he's got 34 plate appearances against him against this starting lineup for the White Sox and a 23.5% strikeout rate.
Ooh, Jose Ramirez home run. Wow.
Get a fucking strikeout, Soriano. Yeah, so going on to the next one, Astros Twins, 2 teams that I think we all are kind of in agreement we're going to have very bad years this year, and they have not looked good.
I know where Steve's going.
Minnesota's favored. I know where Steve's betting on this one just because we were talking about their new food item right before the show started.
What food?
I have most of the money is actually on the Astros as an underdog.
Big back.
You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, man, there's a fantastic bratwurst like suitcase they're offering. It's like 5 different brats. You can go ahead and just
they give you a cardboard briefcase.
Little handheld brats. I'll be in Minnesota in May. I'm definitely gonna swing by. I'll be in Minneapolis.
Big back. Yeah, my back is long. Snacks and different foods.
Woo!
This tiny shirt, my big back has no room. Big back.
I earned that song, baby.
You
are that song.
That is my song.
Yeah, and the matchup we have, it's Ober versus Arrighetti.
Oh.
Only 2 Astros on this team have gotten a hit against Ober. Arrighetti got torched last year when they play. I don't want to say necessarily torched, but they got a good amount of hits off him. Don, where are you looking at for this one?
I'm gonna stay away. I think I'd lean over because I think Spaghetti Arrighetti's about to get fucking killed tomorrow.
Kev, anything on this one?
Yeah, I'm looking at the over 2. I might go with Jordan Alvarez to get a hit, or maybe over 1.5 hits RBI. Okay, because he has a decent average and hit against over. So
Yeah, he's.
but this game could go over. I think I'm with Don on that one.
Yeah, he's 3 for 5 with 1267 OPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a wait and play for me. I hate taking both of these pitchers, so that alone is going to kind of keep me away. So yeah, this is probably going to be a stay away for me. The next one we have Padres Cubs. Padres got their first loss of the season today. With Imanaga pitching an absolute gem. I know Steve's smirking over there. He got saved in the 5th inning.
Woo!
As did I. I can't say nothing. I got saved too. I had the money line.
Beautiful.
Kev, I'll start with you on this one. Is there any first impression on this game? We got Matthew Boyd and Nick Pivetta on the mound.
Yeah, I like Matthew Boyd so far. I think potentially, I don't know what his strikeout line is yet. I haven't looked at it, but if it's like 4.5, I may take the over on that.
For Boyd?
Yeah.
4.5, but it's minus 150.
Oh. Ugh. I might still do it. Yeah, I was impressed with him in his first outing. We knew the Padres weren't just going to be hot all season. They were going to eventually come down a little bit. Maybe this series is one of those where they struggle a little bit. So yeah, I'm primarily looking at Boyd.
Did you find it?
That's what Steve's foaming at the mouth about.
The other one is the Padres actually have instead of ice cream in a batting helmet, it's banana pudding.
I'll eat anything in a helmet, man. You know the rule.
Listen, anytime Steve brings up food now on the show, I'm just gonna pull the jaw.
That idiot. Oh my god.
Come on, next week.
Hey,
It's like, yeah,
no
Don's not going to be on the
handguns,
show
right,
this
man?
week. Don was suspended for making gun references.
Bow, bow, bow.
4 minutes into the game. Like, what
That's
are you doing?
funny. He did that the day they were like, hey, you're going to get fined and possibly suspended. He was like, okay.
Bow, bow, bow.
God, John Morant, bro.
He's like, and I'll fucking do it again.
Do it again, right?
Fucking tell me, motherfucker. You know we from out here. Y'all heard?
I'm kind of leaning the under in this game, if anything, just because we got huge wins coming in. Everything's showing a major decrease in runs.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, get the glasses out. Get the glasses out. I got some stats for you. Here. Hang on.
Honest.
Gotta find it again. Fuck, where'd it go? Yeah, both these pitchers tend to either ground balls straight in the dirt or it's fly balls that die in center field. I'll take with wind blowing in so far that there's a 38% chance of a decrease in home run probability. That alone is making me want to take the under here, especially with a pitcher like Matthew Boyd, who I'm not big on. A total should not be at 7, in my opinion. If this was at 8.5, I would definitely feel more comfortable. But I think the fact that this opened at a 7 with the way these offenses are playing is definitely a sign that the under's coming.
Wind in certain directions. Under incoming.
You're such an asshole.
Did I do that? You know what, Lydia? I hope you're watching. This is for him making fun of you earlier, motherfucker. This is why I'm number one, Steve.
He's asleep.
That's why I'm number one, Steve.
Mike Trout just hit a home
probably
run.
That's probably is why I'm number one, because I bully him.
Yeah, that was the one show she actually stayed up for the whole show. And she came back, she's like, "Why is he so mean to you? What'd you do to him?"
Man, moved right up the power rankings.
Bow,
Went down, I went down 5 slots.
Bow. Shoot first, ask questions last. I'm gonna take Nick Pavetta here. Stay away from Matthew Boyd. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. I'm all set. Give me the Padres.
Steve, did you say yours yet on this one?
No, but I really don't have a bet. But I'll go Padres, man. I got lucky in that first game, so Padres bounced back in that second game, man.
Man, fuck you.
Yeah,
competition's heating up.
Don's just cranky. Yankees Pirates is the next game of the day at 4. We have Bailey Falter and Marcus Stroman. Falter's a pitcher.
Oh.
Every time I feel like it's the right spot to fade him, he always pitches well. I've never been big on him. Stroman's just gross.
Do you think it's the right spot to fade him?
So the last time he faced the Yankees, his ERA was 12 after 3 innings. Hang on, I can find the game.
I mean, this has to be another over like it was today, right? Like,
what?
Yeah, he's got bad matchups against Goldschmidt, Bellinger, and Judge, man.
Yeah.
I like the over. I would just
the wind's blowing out to the left field porch.
Yeah.
Wind blowing out in left field.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it was.
It's not funny when it's on the other shoe, is it?
No, it's not. No, you're not supposed to be mean to me. I'm kidding.
Motherfucker. Come on, Steve. Get his ass.
So they're
Burn your way back up the rankings.
Their main 7 hitters, Bellinger's 3 for 10, Goldschmidt's 3 for 7, Jazz is 2 for 4, Trent Grisham is 3 for 3, and then Dominguez and Ben Rice are combined 0 for 3. With Chisholm and Grisham both hitting home runs.
Dominguez.
Yeah, he's a hoe. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely the right matchup. Your main 5 guys in your lineup all mash lefties in a park where the lefties that mash lefties have an easy pull spot with right field. Especially the over Stroman. The Pirates against Stroman have hit him well. Adam Frazier's 4 for 9. Brian Reynolds is 5 for 10 with 4 singles and a double. But everything he's thrown, he's hit it well. I have this at 10. Total sitting right now at 9. So I might take it before it goes up anymore. Let me see if I can find the exact matchup when they played last time.
Just take the over. See you at the cash counter. Take the over. Marcus Stroman, they're about to trade for Paul Skeens, so it's fine.
Don't speak that into existence, please.
Did you not see the jersey today?
I saw it.
I thought it was an Imsy at first. So last year in 3 innings, he gave up 1 home run, 3 walks, 0 strikeouts, 4 hits.
Was this at Yankee Stadium or at home? That plays a factor.
It was. Does it say?
If there's an at symbol next to it, it would mean that they played.
It doesn't show anything for that part. Let me.
God damn. My man's on fire.
What was the date?
So we're taking over. All right.
Yeah,
Just
you can take over while I find this.
Just take the over. It's not that hard. It's just baseball. We want runs.
Yeah, I'm on that over. 99% of the money is on the over. Is the only thing that's making me wonder about that. But I think Mike Trout homered.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey, listen,
Down.
I'm just saying, guys. The engine's starting to turn over.
Calm down. He hit a home run off Gavin Williams.
A little smoke kicking out.
Okay,
We're good.
so right here, if you look at StatMuse, so he pitched against them on 9/29/2024. It was at the Yankees. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, 4 earned, and a home run to have a 12 ERA. So it wasn't a home start; it was a road start. And Bailey Falter stinks on the road. He's much better at home.
Let me see. I mean, he hadn't done much. Either way, I still think it's gonna hit. I mean, you got 1, torpedo bats. 2, even when Bailey Falter gets pulled, this Pirates bullpen is horrendous. And then you're gonna have Stroman pitching against O'Neal Cruz and Brian Reynolds. Yeah. I might even look at you can get over 4.5 team total at -135. That's not too bad. Anything else on this game?
Just because he's been doing it every fucking night, it seems like Aaron Judge home run.
The analytics do back that. Just wanted to point that out.
Maybe I'll take Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Chaz, Aaron Judge, Austin Wells. Maybe I'll just take all of them to hit a home run and make $1 bajillion.
Gazillion dollars.
All right, so let's go on to we'll go on to Kev, you and Steve's team, Diamondbacks Nationals. We have let's see what the pitching matchup is.
It's Eduardo Rodriguez versus
Parker. Yeah. You got lefty here. Arizona's only -132. Is this another over in play?
I mean, Washington can't hit the ball, bro. You gotta trust him to get some runs in.
Yeah, but Eduardo Rodriguez fucking sucks.
Yeah, Eduardo's not great. I mean, they dropped 4 today.
I'm taking Diamondbacks money line.
Nathaniel Lowe.
I think I'm taking Nationals first 5. I think Parker has another good start.
Yeah, and what was it? Yeah, they don't hit lefties that well either. Last year they were terrible against lefties.
Oh my God, the Cincinnati Reds scored runs.
versus Eduardo Rodriguez career-wise, Keibert Ruiz 2 for 3, Josh Bell 2 for 7, Nathaniel Lowe 5 for 7 with 3 extra base hits. And everyone else has a combined 5 at-bats against him. Yeah, I kind of like the over. I want to see if it's at 9 right now. I kind of want to see if it drops to 8 or 8.5. I don't think it will. But if it stays at 9, I still think it's worth taking. Don, anything on this one?
I think I'm gonna agree with Kev. First 5, because I think the Nationals will get out front early, but then that bullpen is flaming hot pooey butthole.
Yeah, I turned on the game and I was like, ooh, let me see if my Diamondbacks bet's gonna hit, and I saw Jose Ferrer go in, and I was like, okay, it's gonna hit. Never mind, I'll just turn it back off.
Big back.
So the big game on the docket tomorrow is Dodgers Phillies, Sasaki versus Nola. I have it at Phillies money line. Are we back in Philly or are we taking LA as a dog?
I don't know. It depends. Is Sasaki gonna fucking cry on the mound like he did last time, or is he just gonna fucking grow a set of balls and get going?
Don't do that to him.
I'm just asking. I'm asking.
What's the run total on this?
I have it at 8.5.
Yep,
Because I mean, both Sasaki and Nola haven't pitched great to start off. You think this gets over? I kind of like the over here.
I think
Danny,
if I
what are your sorry.
I knew you were about to do that.
No, I honestly have like a question for you, but it's
what's up?
No, you go first. Finish what Kevin's thought, and then go to me.
So the one thing I do like in this one involving Nola is my thing has it at 8.42, so it has it right on the money.
Okay.
But the weather projections, if you want to pull up the nerd stats, has a good angle for extra base hits, but not home runs. Mookie has hit 3 extra base hits, and he's 7 for 20 against Nola. So I might take Mookie 2 bases. There's not a single line out. Oh, FanDuel plus 100.
My question about Aaron Nola is, what do the nerd stats say about his strikeouts for tomorrow?
6.4.
They have his line 6.5.
They have him 6.4, giving up 2 walks, and a 37% chance to record a win.
Why 37?
But the big problem is the first 4 batters in the lineup are like 99th percentile worst matchups he could face. If he gets his Ks, it's going to be the back 3.
That's crazy. All right, so I sold under then. Sounds good.
Yeah, and for Roki, just I want to check. Yeah, it says everyone but JT Realmuto is a bad matchup for him.
Listen, like I said, I don't want to be bent on no guys that cry on the pitcher mound. This ain't Little League no more. Leave your emotions in the locker room.
Did you imagine how that would have been if he went to Boston or Philly?
Oh my god!
Saw him crying after a bad start.
Baby, I'm trading him for I'm trading him for fucking
Marcus Stroman.
Whatever. I'll trade him for fucking the washing machine that the Yankees have.
It's a badass washing machine, man.
Damn ass, bro. Shout out Greg Monix.
I'm gonna take I'll take Philadelphia like a money line.
See, I hate when you go with this 3-person screen because my angle when we do this is I always feel like I always feel like it's like half our faces and then it's just Steve's big cranium there. Dead center in the middle.
I can find no, that's the thing. There's no other 3-person camera angles. That's the best we got is like that.
You know, throw a little graphic at the bottom there. Throw a little graphic. Don't be at the top. Throw a little graphic at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Just pull up your nerd stats. Just put your nerd stats on.
Yeah. Pull up.
Get the people what they want.
Yeah,
it's fine.
man.
You want me to give my model away for free? I already give it to Steve. I'm kidding.
That's why Steve's beating me in fucking MLB.
Here, let me figure out.
I wish. Give me. Then now it's just Danny. All right, justice for Steve. Yeah.
Dude, it's been justice for Steve since like before the episode started. Where have you been?
I switched it to that when Lydia said that that Don was the favorite.
Yeah, you moved up the power rankings, man. That's cool, man. I can live with that. You
know, sometimes the power rankings work in your favor.
It's just motivation. It's just motivation.
Haters are my motivation.
So we're all kind of sitting there with the Phillies.
Did we just lose Kev? Just silent?
Yeah, he said he had to bounce.
Oh, okay.
God, you don't know how to read either? Jesus.
I've been looking at 2. I'm looking at the lines here. I didn't even pay attention.
I will say I might this might be a first 5 for me over a full game, just because it's really, really hard to not trust the Dodgers to pull off some crazy voodoo witchcraft walk-off home run or like 3-run bomb in the top of the ninth. You know, we thought we had it as Braves. We thought we were up 5-0 in the second inning, and then look what happened.
Well, that's because you're the Braves.
Yeah, it is. And I'm a slightly less sad Braves fan tonight because we beat Max Meyer. Making progress.
Wow.
I know. Just be proud of me for once, Don.
I'm always proud of you. I'm always proud of my little tyke and his little stats.
His little spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
So next game here we got Baltimore, Kansas City. A lot of the money here is money split pretty even. But a lot of the money is on the over here. We got Waka versus Sugano.
Hold on. Steve, can you pronounce both those starting pitchers' names for me?
Wacha and Sagano.
Michael Waka?
No, it's CH, man.
Waka.
I think, yeah, it is Waka. I just messed it up.
I like the other way.
I know you do, but guess what? It's not the correct way. God, can't fucking take
I have this line closer to -150 in favor of Kansas City. So I might take that. I think their bats are going to kind of wake up at home. Don, where are you looking at anything on this one?
See, I'm debating back and forth here. Like, I might use my Royals tomorrow, but I also watched them put up 8 runs against the Orioles tonight. I just don't think Sagano's a great pitcher, and I think Michael Walker can pitch well. And I think, if I remember correctly, he had good numbers against some of these Orioles guys. So, as I'm obviously looking right here, the only ones he doesn't have good numbers against are Ryan Mountcastle, who is a 50-50 chance if he actually plays or not. So,
yeah.
oh, it's
Mountcastle against him, 3 home runs, hitting .420, and Cedric Mullins hitting .400 with 2 home runs.
I gotta figure out what Danny's using here because this is like what my alley needs.
Well, it's Outlier.
Is it Outlier?
Outlier, not bad, yeah. They'll even show you. Watch this. They'll even show you. Well, maybe they won't show you now because it's too early. But usually they'll show you like where the pitches most likely get lined up for certain batters, how often they hit it, everything.
Do you pay for Outlier?
No, I got a promo code, so it paid for itself.
All these fucking guys in their promo codes, Steve. What are we doing wrong? Did these guys get promo codes?
No,
we're over here.
You just gotta sell your soul. You just gotta sell your soul a little bit. That's all.
Listen, I'm a Don Corleone. I don't sell nothing to nobody. People just take what I buy in.
People go down for the favors.
I think I paid for it for a while. And then I got enough people with the promo code that I just paid for a year. So that's how I've kept mine. I honestly use it mainly for baseball season. I barely use it for baseball and football. That's it. Basketball hasn't been. I did other stuff. I just use that I like better. Even though the basketball stuff's pretty good. Steve, are you sitting on anything on this game?
Looking at these lines and looking at Waka last game, he only went 4 innings. I think this might turn into a bullpen game. If it turns into a bullpen game, I like the Orioles in this matchup.
Yeah, I think you're right with that point. If I just don't trust this bullpen whatsoever. We already know who Cal's taking in this one, so we don't even need betting cheese on this show anyway.
I miss Country
Club. I do too. He disagreed with everything we said.
He's at the Country Club.
On this, yeah, but he would have hated my puke rant earlier.
No, he probably would have been like, "You're right, but we're still gonna win." Moving on to your Sox. We got Dick Fitz and Palante.
How do you not bet Dick Fitz?
Dick Fitz.
How do you not bet Dick Fitz?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
As a favorite too, you got it.
Big old dick, they call him. Nah, man. I mean, I think looking at what's what the Cardinals have struggled a little bit. I think this is a great get back spot for them. I like the Cardinals in this one. Red Sox have won the last 3, I believe. I think, yeah, they've won the last 3 after losing 4 straight. I think they're due for a loss here. I like Palante in this matchup. I think I would take large Newt Bar for 2+ bases and maybe a home run. Big Lars.
That's his. According to this, that's his second worst matchup, second hardest matchup in the game. So
and that's without me fucking looking at it. See how good I am, Steve?
You're amazing.
Just say it again.
However, so for Palance, the worst possible matchup is going to be Bregman.
Wait, Steve, say it again.
We'll make it a drop for the show. Or I'm gonna get a soundboard for this show. I like the Cardinals in this spot. Won 4 of the last 6 games. Red Sox, as much. I am a names guy, even though I like saying names wrong. A name like Dick Fitz is, you know me, man. Like that's straight to my heart right there.
Does the dicks fit?
If the dick fits.
Fits. Yeah, full game, St. Louis, but not a lock yet. We'll have to take a look at it. I'm gonna find a reason. I'm gonna find a reason to bet something on Dick Fitz.
Just bet his strikeout. It'll probably be like 3.5.
So if I think this is a wait and see for me. But if I would take anything right now, I might touch the over. The wind's going to be blowing out towards left field. So I mean that obviously you're going to see doubles, you're going to see home runs going over
that
the
shit
monster.
don't blow out that way.
So it's saying.
Well, according to your weather app, I'm not buying it. All right.
All right. Moving on, Tampa, Texas. We have DeGrom and Taj Bradley. Taj Bradley looked really good last week, but again, that was also the Rockies. So everyone's looked good against the Rockies so far.
I like Jake DeGrom in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't even mind. I might sprinkle a little on the -1.5. Personally,
the run line looks good. I was thinking
run line at 1.5. I mean, look how everyone's hit against
this
Bradley.
might be a burger game. Where's Kev?
1 for 3 with a home run.
Might
Go
be a
wake up
burger game, Kev. Someone
Steve, call him right now.
I might bet.
Wake those kids up right now and tell them to get their dad on this live stream.
Burger game. Yeah, Texas money line might be a competition pick.
Also, little fun fact to add on to that: Texas tomorrow has the second highest likelihood of a home run.
How do they come up with that fucking shit, bro?
They consider, the weather,
Actually, no, it might. So they're out of every projection, Globe Life Field is projected to have the most home runs tomorrow at 2.5.
All right, so ready? Here's how we do this. We're gonna parlay it. You ready? Jake Berger, Corey Seager. Go to the Rays for a second. Brandon Lau. See? Boom, roasted. Three home runs. That'll be plus fucking 3,500 million, and we're going to the casino, Steve.
Going to the casino. Lock it in. I'm locking that in.
This just in. Fast breaks at the casino yet again.
I would put Wyatt Langford in there personally, but yeah, I like it.
Man, Wyatt's all right. It's too white for us, right, Steve?
If it ain't
Oh, my
snowing, I
God.
ain't going.
If it ain't snowing and that bunny ain't hopping, I ain't running.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like the Rangers here. I want to see what their first 5 lines at over just regular money line. Nah, it's even worse than their money line. Damn, it's minus 190.
Yeah, it's not going to be a pick. I was looking at that now too. I was like, no, minus 180.
That might be.
I mean, you can if you get it if you get it on the spread
Ooh.
minus 0.5, it's minus 138. So that's not too
boy.
bad.
I just thought of something.
What's that?
What if we do? I just thought of another challenge that we can do. That we'll talk about off air.
Okay.
Might be a combination challenge though, so we'd have to get along, which I know could be hard from time to
time. Yeah, so I might go ahead and take Rangers minus 0.5 in the first 5.
Can I?
What's up?
Are we moving on to the next game?
Now you can go ahead and say.
No, we're moving on to the next game. Are we talking about the Reds and the Brewers?
Yeah.
All right. I want to put it out here. I'm throwing out a ladder.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Elvin Rodriguez is pitching for the Brewers tomorrow.
Yep.
Reds over 4.5 plus 108. Reds over 5.5 plus 180. Reds over 6.5 plus 285. Reds over 7.5 plus 460. Reds over 8.5 plus 750. The Reds are going to absolutely hammer this guy tomorrow.
So if you got FanDuel, those lines are actually a little bit higher. Plus 112, plus 190, plus 300, 470.
Come on, FanDuel, my brother.
Oh, mine's got higher than that. Damn. I guess New York.
Tell New York to figure it out, I guess. But yeah, that their runs might be a ladder tomorrow. And Steve, that might be my yes run first inning.
Yeah, Elvin Rodriguez is
for the first time. I might give you a yes run first inning.
It was sad was I almost did it yesterday for the Colorado game. They had a Nerfy yesterday, but I was like, I'm getting these. Like today was finally a Nerfy was right. Finally.
If it to help your point, Don, the game with the second most amount of projected home runs is the American Family Field.
I don't need the glasses because I'm fucking seeing the board.
And you got Brady Singer on the mound, so I mean that's for me. That's
the Reds by a gajillion.
Yeah, Reds money line at minus 112 right now is a great pick.
Minus 118. Once I get all this money from Gavin Williams under strikeouts, because there's no shot that he fucking gets over he gets 6 or more. That fucking loser. I'm throwing it all on the Reds tomorrow.
There you go. I need 2 more strikeouts in that game.
You're taking Reds 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5. You said.
I'm taking their runs, their team total.
Oh, team total.
Yes.
You can also get their run line at plus 150.
I mean, I'm looking at minus 3.5, and that's plus 350. So
I don't hate that.
I'm feeling what you're putting down, Don.
Well, I'm putting down what my guy Gotham has been talking about and how bad Elvin Rodriguez is. So I'm trusting my guy.
Dude,
now, let's put it this way, Steve. Let's put it this way. If the Reds can score 6 runs, I'm okay with it. If the Reds can't score 6 runs, I might be yelling at Danny here on Monday.
Yeah, we'll both yell at him. You know what? I'll take Reds full game money line.
Well, joke's on you guys. We're not having a baseball show Monday.
Thanks for telling
the championship.
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
championship game.
Good call.
We're gonna do a live show talking about the championship game.
Yeah, and I can't wait for it to be Florida and Houston, just so I could tell everybody there I told you so.
Yeah, and you can yell at me at halftime and be like, "No, we're not gonna talk about this game, Danny. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Why'd you make me believe that Elvis Rodriguez was such a bad pitcher when he threw a no-hitter against the Reds yesterday? What are we doing?
To be fair, the Royals are definitely a different offense than the Reds. The Reds can't swing the bat.
Well, they put 2 runs together tonight, so I'm hoping here.
So going on Mets Blue Jays, we got Chris Bassett versus Griffin Canning. This is just an ugly looking game for me. I don't even think I want to touch this one.
I will take Chris Bassett over 4.5 strikeouts with a little bit of juice.
Let's see what he's
He's got good matchups against Brandon Mark
Nemo.
Yep. You know, bro, you gotta be. I'm being consistent in butchering names here, bro. Listen, there's one thing about me that you're gonna learn. I don't give a fuck if I'm saying your name wrong.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say it the way I want it to say.
That's the most boomer thing I've ever heard you say. Bassett is projected.
You crossed the line, Steve. You crossed the line.
Steve in my ears.
Yeah, Bassett is projected at 5.2.
Yep, take us over. I'm putting so much money on the Cleveland Guardians right now. It's actually not funny. What I know we're talking about baseball right now, but I'm looking at the soccer lines for tomorrow, and I'm getting a little.
Yeah, that's what I was doing before the show. I couldn't find anything
I'm getting a little excited.
What's your thought on Villa and Nottingham? Because I was looking at that game.
Both teams to score yes, under 2.5 goals, 1-1 draw.
That's what I was looking at. My head was telling me to go take Nottingham because a win gets them cleared of 4th place by 4 points going into Sunday. But yeah, I think we could see a draw.
1-1 plus 600. I mean, I know Steve likes to make a little bit of money.
A draw would be fantastic. I'll put money behind that.
We love a good draw.
Yeah, looking at everyone's numbers versus Bassett, almost everyone has a super high K rate. So yeah, I don't mind that one. I like it. Anything on that one, Steve? You going with Nemo?
I'll take Nemo under 1.5 total bases.
Nemo under the sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
No picks in that game. I'm gonna tell that Chris Bassett pick though.
Going on to my Braves on the next one. I'm taking the over here while it's at 8.5.
You want a solo cam?
I'm not a Smith Shawver believer. I don't think he's there yet. I think they're just having him hold place until Strider comes in. I think this game easily hits 10 runs because Cal Quantrill is just horrific, and I think Shawver is going to have.
When Cal Control's on the bump, don't matter who they're playing. Take the over.
Yeah. And especially the implied odds I have should be closer to minus 136. So I'm taking that while I can.
I'll take a Braves first 5.
Oh God, please don't do that.
Oh God, let's fucking do it. Let's do it, Steve. Steve. Everybody, Steve.
What?
Oh my God.
I might be overtired.
You just gotta believe,
yeah.
bro. Just gotta believe.
I might be
So
okay.
moving to the Oakland Athletics and the Colorado Rockies.
Fuck you,
Herman
Colorado.
Marquez versus JP Sears. Are we back in the Rockies or are we back in the A's?
I'm back in the under because there ain't gonna be no fucking runs scored.
I'm
2-1 ball game.
Give me JP. Give me Oakland. I mean, sorry, the Northern California Athletics.
My God, I can't believe you fucking said it like that.
Don't you do that. Say it right, you fucking coward.
It's just the Athletics. God.
Yeah, nothing excites me in this game. Going through here, we have two more games left.
Line at?
What's his what line?
K line. What's JP's K line?
They don't have it out yet.
Hold on.
But I have him projected at 4.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have it probably exactly 4.5. So I'm not touching.
Yeah. Moving in the last two games here. Seattle, San Francisco. Got Robbie Ray and Bryce Miller. What
is the Rosarena's line for fucking with the pitchers? Over half a pitcher?
Yeah.
The other night, when he stepped out 3 times in a row and that kid threw 3 straight balls, and then he fucking laid one down the pipe and Rosarena piped it. Oh, what a fucking! I looked at my baseball kids today. I said, "This is what you don't do. You don't do this." I like the Giants in this matchup at home. Robbie Ray. I don't think traditionally Seattle hits lefties well. Correct? Am I wrong there?
Last year they actually hit them better than righties. Everyone had an increased average except for Cal Raleigh, Rowdy Tellez, and Luke Raley and Julio.
Well, I almost just said something I probably shouldn't have. So, okay, I'm going to pivot and not take anything now in this game because I'm scared.
I will say Robbie Ray's added a changeup that looked really good against Cincinnati. I think if he uses that, I think he should be able to get through 5 or 6 comfortably. I might take first 5 under just because Seattle cannot hit the ball early in the game up until today. And Seattle's pitching is a lot better than, the minor leaguer they brought up today. But other than that, I think I'm staying away from now. I have this game leaning towards the under, but I don't know if I don't think I would take it at 7.5 right now.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, especially it's 2 teams with a bunch of righties and the wind's blowing out towards right field. No.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the last game of the night, they're playing right now, and we get Tanner Bibee, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but I'll let you hit that one up, Steve.
Hold on here.
I know how to say it. I'm going to see if Steve says it.
Well, you know how to say it. Fucking say it.
No, but I believe in you, Steve.
Hold on. Scroll up. Let me get this.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Kochanowicz.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at you using the phonics.
I know big words.
I know big words.
I know big words.
I know the big word.
I'm a big kid now.
I'm gonna like the Guardians in this matchup just because I think Tanner Bibee is the better pitcher, and I'm also gonna take Mike Trout under total bases tomorrow because he's a stiff and won't do it again
Hater.
Yeah,
Listen,
I think.
Guess what?
I think
the haters are in the building.
This right now it's a stay away from me until I see more data on it. And who they're gonna play, just because my projection has Angels to win, but I don't see anything in there that gives me a reason why to take it right now. I think the Guardians bullpen is going to be a lot weaker than everyone was expecting coming in. I don't think they're top 3. They're at least top 10. And the Angels bullpen's terrible. So I want to see how this line moves before I make a decision.
Yeah, as soon as the line comes out tomorrow, I'm taking Mike Trout over 1.5 bases. Got to have balance out there, Don.
I hope you. How do I put this nicely? I hope when you get into bed and you feel comfortable, you just roll over and your big toe hits something. And it bothers you the entire night before you try to fall asleep. Good news for my boy Danny up there. Spencer Strider could rejoin team as soon as next week. Pitched 5 1/3, no hits, nowhere.
Yeah, he looked fucking great today. I wasn't even watching the Braves game. I was watching that.
Are you still, Steve? Are you still laughing at the fact that I told you I hope you stub your big toe while you fall asleep?
Yeah, right.
Don, I showed it to Steve earlier, but have you seen that page where someone said that when Spencer Strider grew his mustache out, that he looked like a Civil War general? And they started making a Twitter page where they would just tweet about each Braves game like he was writing a Civil War journal to his
wife,
his mistress back home. Yeah,
I love it.
Let me find it.
Is it Keisha?
Trout just walked. Baby girl.
Let me see you dance. Let me see you twirl.
Oh, it says this. They put his face over the thing.
God.
It said, "Mother, reports have surfaced of our struggles on the battlefield thus far. Reinforcements are on the way as myself, Staff Sergeant Acuna, and Sergeant Murphy continue to heal in the infirmary. We long to return to Braves country soon." Enclosed is an updated photo for the family.
Poor guy.
People are just commenting under it like,
Oh no.
oh my god. Are we making a parlay of the day for tomorrow right now on air?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do money line.
All right. So for me, I'll say give me the Reds. Actually, I'm lying. Give me the Rangers. I'll take the Rangers. I'll go chalk. Don.
Who'd you say? The Rangers?
Yeah, I took Rangers.
I'll take Royals.
Do we trust the Twins enough? No. Damn, if Detroit wasn't minus 215, jeez.
I mean, if we took Detroit, it would still be plus 300 on the parlay.
Give me Detroit.
Yep. So we're at plus 317 for the parlay. Now, who would Kev want us to take for him?
Oh, I have no idea.
We're gonna make a fourth consensus pick and just say it's Kevin's pick.
So who is it again?
You feeling the Reds? You feeling the
Royals?
We got Royals, Rangers, Tigers,
Reds.
All right, we're at plus 671.
All in.
I'm all in, baby. All right, so that will do it for us here tonight. Thank you guys for watching as Don went through his bullying session. We learned more names that Steve couldn't pronounce. And we talked shit about Duke while we know Cal was watching, which was the most important part of today. Make sure you guys tune in on Monday. Me and Betting Cheese will be doing a live stream, live reacting and watching the game. If you guys are joining, I'm not sure, but like I said before, you guys are welcome to come. So I think Don will be there to talk shit no matter who's in there.
I might join just for that. I might join just for that. Tell Cheese to bring the wine spritzers. Are on our way.
I'll make sure to. I actually found the LIU bookstore the other day, and they have an online bookstore you could order shirts and stuff from. So, Steve, you might have an LIU shirts jersey on the way.
Let me pull this up real quick.
I'll send you the link. I can't remember where I found it.
I found there's like an NIL collective where you can buy school stuff, and I found it, and I was like, "There's no way LIU's on here." I searched LIU right there. I was like, "Oh,
ooh, I found one with a 10% off savings code."
Perfect.
Get you a.
Oh, it's not it. Where is that?
Bro, they're all basic. It just says LA. Get you an. They have a hockey team.
Yeah, they have a hockey team, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
Bro, there's not even an ice rink in Brooklyn.
I'm looking it up, and it's
they got
LIU
basketball gear. You can get an LIU basketball hoodie.
Are you on the school site?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Oh wow.
No joke. I was at my office a couple weeks ago, and we're connected with like this doctor's office, and I'm just walking around the hallway on a call, and as I'm hanging up, I see this guy walk out. He's got this yellow jersey on. He turns around, and across in baby blue letters, it says LIU, and I was like, "Yo, man, you from New York?" He's like, "No. My son goes there," and I was like, "Hell of a season this year in basketball." I was like, "I love your coach." He's like, "I don't even know who their coach is, man." I was like, "Bro, you should have discussed the disgust on my face. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Give me your hoodie. Get the fuck out of here." Of all places to see a fucking LIU.
Our one weekly LIU reference. That'll be it for us again. Make sure to check out everyone on Moneyline as well as on Twitter at the Don Corleone Jones, at Fast Breaks, and for Kevin Heels 0809. Don and Steve are going for day 5 of the challenge.
Day 5.
Day 5 of their month-long baseball challenge that we talked about on Monday. And once again, come hang out with us Monday night, talk shit about your team, argue with Don over his college basketball takes. I'm sure he's ready for it.
Fucking bring it on. I'll fucking ruin all of you.
And with that being said, everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.